Hello, I think I'm live. This computer always acts like it isn't sure I'm live or not. Hello there, how are you? It's Barbie. Take those reading glasses off. I wanted to come and show you what I got today. Ken and I ran in Ollies, and we went to get a prescription in another town. And I've been wanting some new RoseArts for a long time. I'll tell you why in a minute. I had some RoseArts thrown around here in some old things, but there's been well, let me give you a little history lesson, okay? The Rosen family started RoseArt way back in the early 1900s, and somewhere, I don't know exactly when, they sold it to a company in Canada who kept it for several years, and then that company, I think it was that company, they sold it to somebody. Anyway, they sold RoseArt to somebody. And several years later, the Rosen man, he wanted to be back in the toy and art supply business. So he bought CraZart, who we're all familiar with. I don't have the box for these, but y'all remember CraZart. At one point, they were kind of classed as the worst of the worst. And they're actually not. I got a whole big, huge set new of these from a thrift store. And I was surprised they were pretty good. But so CraZart's bopping along, and the Rosen family, they make CraZart now right here in Tennessee. It's made in the United States. So at some point, they bought RoseArt back and got it back into the same. CraZart bought RoseArt to get it all back under the Rosen, Rosen, Rosen family name. So the Rosens now have CraZart, and CraZart now has RoseArt again. Oh goodness, hold on. Okay, it's my daughter. I'll just send her a message that, if something's wrong, I'll get off and tend to it. But anyway, the Rosens have somewhat, I think, changed formulations of both of these pencils to where they're a whole lot better than they were under the other names. So I've been looking at RoseArts on Amazon, but I found these at Ollies for $4.99. If I could get them open, it'd be a good thing. Let me just make a quick call and ask her if everything's okay. It's the mama factor. Hello. Is everything okay? I'm doing a live video. Is everything? I can get off. Okay, I'll call you back when I get off. Love you. Okay. Let's get these open with something. I hate to be the probably most annoying YouTuber in the world, but my kids come first. Well, actually, my grandkids come first. My kids come second. Okay, let's see. All right. In a beautiful metal case. Let me bring you down to look at them. And I'm hoping when I try these out that, oh, look how nicely they're packaged. are definitely different. Oh, I can't wait to swatch these. Look how beautiful. These are beautiful pencils. Now, these are called the premium. These are RoseArt Premium. Now, for those of you who are offended if there's no numbers and names on the pencils, there are no numbers and names. It says Premium and RoseArt. Now, you can look at this green. The barrel of the pencil and the lid are exactly the same color. I mean, some of the pencils I've been using lately don't have names and numbers, and the barrels are a little off for this, and you'll color and think, these are beautiful pencils. Look at those. And I think I might have an old RoseArt right here somewhere. Let me look. Oh, I saw one over here. The dog likes to get my pencils and chew them up, and I have left one laying. Let me run this through the sharpener real fast. It's not a very good sharpener, but okay. Here's an old RoseArt. This one was hexagonal. Uh, these premium RoseArts are amazing. This was $4.99, guys. But this is kind of what they looked like at one point. I'm going to look at these first. The CraZarts aren't new, and these are, and I really kind of want to. Let's do the old RoseArt just to get an idea. There we go. It lays down pretty good. I mean, Okay, let's start over here and get us a beautiful red to kind of go along with that one. I hate these little tray things where you have to. There we go. Once you get one out, it's not too hard. Okay, here's one of the new premium RoseArts. Look at that. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm going to run this through this pencil sharpener. It's not a very good pencil sharpener. Yeah, they sharpen well too. Lately, about all the pencils I've been getting, they break when you sharpen them, and it's so annoying. But this is pretty. Let's look at this color. Oh, that's a beautiful color too. It's the second go back through it, and the third. They're I'm trying to think how to describe. Look at that. See if that blends into that color. Oh, they blend pretty well too. I love these guys. I love them. I absolutely love them. I love the fact that they are in the process of building even more factories in the U.S. The CraZarts are already made in the U.S., and I think most of the RoseArts are. Let me look at the CraZart just for kicks and giggles. Okay, let's try to get the same color we were working with here. Now, this is CraZart. See, it's a nice, it goes down good too. Let me go back in through again. I would say that the RoseArts are slightly more pigmented than the CraZarts, but not much. Let me run a CraZart through the pencil sharpener and see what happens. Yeah, that. I don't know. After a few days of looking at pencils that are really good pencils that break when they're sharpened, and you have to treat them like, it's annoying. And these are really nice. These are CraZarts. And let me get this pretty pinky red. I'll put it here between the orangey reds. Yeah, I prefer the RoseArts. I think price-wise, the RoseArts are probably a little more expensive. This room, I have got to get something done to. This fell out on top of me. It's a USB drive. Don't know where it came from. There it is. But anyway, they're so pretty. I just love them. I cannot wait to do a project with these later tonight. That I think it's just so interesting that this family, and like these pencils being made in Tennessee now. Yay, Tennessee. Um, I don't know. There's something about that too. I think maybe they're a little better made than some of the ones that are imported. Not all of them, but you know, I think these are nice. Let's look at the end pieces of the CraZarts. If they're in, yeah, they look pretty good. The lead looks pretty well centered. These, I don't have the thing to measure the dimension. Uh, they're nice and wide though. I would. Which one of them's the widest? Let me look. Or the most widest diameter is what I'm trying to say in the garbled. Okay. This one has a capped end, so you can't see if the lead's centered. But as far as size wise, I believe the CraZarts are a little larger in diameter, which I like sometimes just to have a nice large pencil to hold on to. But I've shown y'all a lot of pencils lately, and even some really good name brand pencils from Staedtler and Faber-Castell that bring you back up, make you look at a piece of scrap paper. Um, Even some of them, as much as I love, especially I love the Staedtler triangular pencils, love what they look like on paper. But all of those ones, when you sharpen them, and I have used every conceivable sharpener, you can see I go through sharpeners pretty fast. Here's three oddballs laying here. And these aren't even my good ones, but I've used hand cranks and the little, they're hard to sharpen. And I get, if I'm in a good patient mood, it doesn't bother me that much to try to get a little German sharpener and do this. I even bought the Staedtler pencil sharpener that they advertised for both kinds of pencils, and I still have had a lot of trouble. But um, when you're doing work and you just want to sit down and relax and do some work, and all you're getting done is breaking leads, it is kind of frustrating. Sometimes it doesn't bother me, but sometimes it does. But anyway, I love all my pencils. I guess you can tell that. But I do have a list of some that I don't necessarily recommend. And at some point, I'll probably compile a video and share that with you. But uh, these are good. Um, I recommend RoseArt or CraZart, and I recommend them. They're both from the same company now, but they are both would be money very well spent, especially if you've got an Ollies nearby and you can get a 24 set for $4.99. I I will put the Amazon link. I think they were $9.99 or $11.99 on Amazon, which is still a good deal. Um, if you're watching this video here at June 19th, 2025, right now on Amazon they have uh, the Amazon, what do they call it? Basics colored pencils, a big old set of 72 for $2.96. I think it is $2 and something. And there's even a 10% coupon. I have those pencils, and I'll do a review on them sometime. Um, my problem with them is they tend to be kind of, you tend to have a whole lot of wax bloom, a real slicky surface. I like them, and they are good pencils, strong and sturdy, but oh, these are much better. So, anyway, but if you need some pencils or want to try the Amazon Basics, they are on sale right now for $2.96. They're usually somewhere between 13 and 15 in there somewhere. They run them real cheap occasionally, but I'll put a link to these on Amazon. Hello, Piper. I don't know if some of you have met Piper. Let me see if I can. Piper. Come here, Piper. Come here. That's Piper. He's just going to plop it down right there. Uh, those of you who are familiar with our jewelry auctions, we're used to Belle. Before that, Max. And both of those dogs have passed away. And we have little Piper. We rescued him from a no-kill shelter, and the day we got him, he looked so demure and pitiful in this crate. They'd just gotten him in a day or two before, and he just looked like he's half dead. And I told Ken, I said, "Look at that pitiful little dog." And they got said, "Do you want us to get him out?" So they did. And all of a sudden, he came alive, and he was chasing this cat and doing all this stuff. But he's so smart, wild as a buck, but so smart. But a few weeks ago, he got skunked, which was a lovely experience. We've had that experience twice with Max and once with Belle, but it wasn't as bad as theirs was. We had had some little baby skunks born out here in the backyard, and I don't know. Anyway, Ken and I disagree on exactly what happened. I think maybe he got baby skunked, and Ken said no, they don't have any scent glands, so I don't know. But it wasn't as bad. It was almost like he'd had it in his mouth. So I don't know. But anyway, such is life here at our house. Everyone, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching my videos. I never ask you guys to subscribe. If you want to, it would help me, and I appreciate it. Just watching it is just such a nice thing to do. Thanks so much, and I'll be back with more pencils later. Bye.